Whenever I see Caicedo Moses, I see a man that was favored by his God. Whenever I see Moses, I see a man that is destined for greatness. And this is what Football Intel is about to do in the lives of young footballers out there, because Moises Caicedo was a young boy from Ecuador from a family of 10, and he was the youngest. He started playing football on the streets where stones were used to mark the lines until he met a coach, a young coach that saw him and provided him with boots, with food, and monies to travel. Well, this is Football Intels, and my name is Victor. Today, we'll be talking about Moises Caicedo, who is 21 and is pulling all the weight. At 21, he's attracting £150 million to his side, breaking the British record, which was formerly broken by this same Chelsea when they signed Enzo Fernandez. But this time around, is coming with a difference. Why do I say that? Because Moses, just about 18 months ago, January 2022, was signed by Brighton for just £4 million. Yeah, you had me right. £4 million, and he's going for £150 million. Well, today is not just about, we're not going to talk about Brighton, because we have a lot to talk about Brighton, about how they've been making so much profit from these players. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. So, how did Moses get to this limelight? Like I said, he started playing football like a young boy in the street of Domingo in Ecuador. He joined an academy at 15, and internationally, joining an academy at 15 means that he joined at a late age, 15. Yeah. But in Africa, if you're able to join at 17, 18, man, you're good to go. But yeah, we'll talk about that much later. So at 15, he joined, and at 17, there was this tournament out there in his homeland that he wanted to play, but due to injury, he was just coming back from injury and he couldn't make it, so he was sent back home. But grace found him, because when he was sent back home, another player got injured, and that was how he was called back by the coach. Even though he has gotten home from a long trip of more than 3 hours, he was called back, and luckily he made it back. And that was where his career really started. Then from there, he went to join Interdependent de Vel, a club in Ecuador, and that was where he was found by Brighton scouts. Then he was given a 4.5-year contract in Brighton. He couldn't get into the team quickly. He was sent out on loan, but then came back, and he was just so ready from the Premier League. While on loan, he played for 10 times and was able to score 2 goals. And the Brighton boss then was like, see, this guy has to play for me. And that was it. He came in and changed the dynamics in Brighton, and we all know where Brighton was last season. But now I need to talk about what is he bringing to Chelsea. What is Moises Caicedo bringing to Chelsea? What is this man that has been fought out by Liverpool and Chelsea, that the Liverpool boss is not happy with Chelsea, more like saying, oh, come on, Chelsea is not doing things the right way, because they are feeling bullied, because even for Lavia, it's so glaring that they might just lose out on Lavia. Yes, Liverpool bidded for over £100 million. Even when Chelsea submitted £80 million, Liverpool bidded for over 100. But Moses was like, no, he wants to go to Chelsea. But yeah, there are other back end matters that are happening out there. But then we ask, Is Moses the real deal that Chelsea wants? Is he the missing puzzle, you ask? Well, personally, I think Chelsea needs to do more. Yes, it is a sweet thing to have someone like Caicedo in their midfield. No two ways about that. But I think personally that Chelsea needs with high priority an attacker, a goal poacher. Because last season, Chelsea had big chances, but there was no one out there to finish up these chances. If I can take us back, last season they had goal difference of -9, while Manchester City had +67. That is the difference we are talking about. Defensively, Chelsea did a lot good last season, but they were not prolific up there in front. And for me, I think they made the right investment where they brought in the formerly highest paid deal, that is by Enzo Fernandez. But you then ask, what then happens with the front lines? Just last weekend, during the game between Chelsea and Liverpool, we saw what happened. Chelsea held the game. They outmastered Liverpool in the midfield, but they couldn't score more than one goal, even after creating plenty of chances. That they had 4 big chances, but could only deal with one. Having possession of 65% against 35% of Liverpool, that tells you that Chelsea is in dire need of finishers. But then, as club fans, football fans are like, come on, bring the best. Let's get the best. But this should be well distributed. Okay? Caicedo is definitely a good player. By the standards of monetization, yes. The value might just be it because of, the values of footballers have gone so high nowadays. But then you ask, the persons are seeing him as a full replacement of N'Golo Kante. Arguably, yes. Because if you check the stats, when N'Golo Kante was in his peak year of 2017, if you check his stats with this young man of just 21 years old, you find out that, one can say he is a very good replacement of N'Golo Kante. Having somebody that is a box-to-box midfielder, ready to run around and shield his other midfielders, meaning that Enzo Fernandez will have more room to explore and throw out all those area passes and ball line passes. But then you ask, with his record against N'Golo Kante, you see he has 22. He's rated second player in 2022-2023 season. Rated second with respect to interceptions. Also rated second with respect to winning the balls. But in ball recovery, he falls short by becoming 7th. But during the peak year of N'Golo Kante, he was also second in interception. But he was second in ball recovery against Moses' 7th position with respect to that. But that aside, in terms of foul commitment, unfortunately, Caicedo commits so much of fouls that last season he had 10 yellow cards. Yes, 10 yellow cards, and that does not look fine because where he commits these fouls to can be so detrimental to his team. So when you have clubs that are so good with set pieces, it might just be an issue. So I think that's an area he should be worked he should work upon. But in all, I see him as somebody that will be adding value to the team if Chelsea can only get a striker before the end of this window. That'll be all for now. Thanks for watching. And if you've watched up to this moment, please help us do the needful by subscribing. Click on that like button, and we'll be expecting to see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.